Okay, guys, so this is sketchbook number 4, negative space. You're going to do 2 things for the sketchbook, but I am going to record them as one again. So you can do the one and then pause it and then do the other, or however you want to do it. So first of all, we need to understand what negative space is. So you can see this definition right here. Negative space in art is a space around and between the subjects of an image. So I have these little things down here. So in this record, the white is the negative space. In the bottle, the black is the negative space. It's the stuff that surrounds the subject. In the shark, hopefully you can tell now, that is the white is the negative space. In the wine bottle, the white is a negative space. In the umbrella, the black is the negative space. Okay, so I'm going to have you show you what I want to do. So I'm going to enlarge my screen here. Yes. Okay. So I want you to take your plexiglass again, and if there's still a hand on it, just erase it. Hopefully I got that done before you got here, but if not, there isn't. And you need to think of this as your paper. Okay. So you're going to hold this up and you're going to find something in the room that will fit inside the frame of this. So I don't want anything that's cut off. Like, I don't want you to do a table but chop the legs off. It needs to be the whole table can get in the frame, and you can do the frame this way or this way. Okay, so you're going to hold this up with one hand and get your item within the frame. Okay, so as a good thing would be a chair. Okay, so find a chair, get the whole thing in a frame, within your frame, and then I want you to get the dry erase marker and sketch around it like this. So instead of laying it on something, your hand and doing it, you're holding it up. Okay, so I want you to think of this as the edge of your paper, and this as you are putting whatever item you're making on your paper. And I want you to think about composition. So that item needs to be big on your paper. So I do not want your chair to be this big in the middle. It needs to be this big. It needs to fill it up. Okay, so trace around it. Okay, that is your first assignment. So you're going to make a plexiglass drawing with your dry erase marker of something in the room that you're in right now, that you can get the whole thing in, and you're going to draw it though as negative space. So you're going to draw around it, not through it. So if you draw a chair, you are only going to see the outside edge lines. You're not going to see any of the inside edge lines. So when you get done, if you were to fill it in, which I'm not making you, like if you had a chair, it would look like this. See how there's no lines in this chair? There's no edges for the legs, anything. So you are drawing the outside space. So if I were going to do this chair that I could see right here, let me grab a Sharpie. I'm not really close enough, but hopefully you'll get the idea. I'm going to draw and this is the seat here. I notice I didn't go all the way through because I don't have an edge there. Okay, I'm just drawing the outside edge. I'm not drawing anything on the inside. Hopefully you're getting the idea. I don't know if you can see that. Let me put a piece of paper behind it. Okay, that was the outside of edge of a rolly chair. It's the back half of one. Hopefully you can see that a little bit, but I'm just drawing the outside edge. That's what you should be doing, because I'm drawing it by looking at the outside space, not the inside space. So I'm looking at the negative space, not the inside space. Okay, so do that. And then once you get that done, that is your first assignment. Okay, go. Okay, so your second part. So hold on to that plexiglass because you're going to turn that in. You guys, once again, listen closely. I am doing this in pen, but I want you to do it in pencil. The only reason I'm doing it in pen is so I can get it to show up on the screen. Okay, you do it in pencil. All right, then you're going to do another drawing, this time in your sketchbook with no plexiglass. But I want you in your head to imagine that your sketchbook is the plexiglass. Okay, that is the edges of it. And I want you to find an item in the room. It can be the same item. It can be something different. It does not matter. And I want you to do a negative space drawing on there. So when you get, and then you're going to fill this one in. When you get done, you're going to have a silhouette, basically. So a good example of that, I don't know what you want to do, but it needs to be something you could see. But so here is in the book a negative space drawing of a cart with a projector on it. See that one at the bottom? The above one is the opposite. That's a positive space drawing. See all the lines in it? That's a positive space. The bottom one is a negative space because they only drew the spaces around the item. They drew it by looking at the edges. So I want you, so in this section, let's say I do this chair again that's still in front of me, and I hold it up here like this, and I try to draw the spaces around it. Once again, I don't have any inside lines. Okay, and I'm figuring it out by envisioning this as my plexiglass, looking at that chair and going, how far is it from the edge? What shape does a negative space make of the edge? Okay, this is really a lesson in making you see edges, but by looking at the outside shapes. And some of you may have noticed, like as you're doing your drawing for your colored pencil project, I've been saying, what does the shape make with the edge of the paper? And that's negative space drawing. Okay, so once again, I'm not filling anything in. I'm just doing my edges here. Okay. And I'm being very precise about those, paying a lot of attention, taking my time. Paying attention to how much farther one section of this wheel comes out in one place and in the other. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pause for a second. So I've drawn it. I can tell it's a negative space drawing because I don't have where the bottom of this part is. I don't have all the extra stuff in here. I don't have all the lines down here. I just drew the spaces around the outside. And then after you do that, I want you to fill it in with your pencil. So just get you a heavy pencil like a 2B and do a good job, guys. Don't just color outside the lines here. I mean, it is high school art, okay? And I'm just going to start this so you can get the idea. But you will have this entire silhouette. That's what you call it when you have a blackened out shape. You will have the whole thing filled in with your pencil. Okay. It'll be completely filled in like that. I haven't got it done yet, but you should get the idea. Hopefully I can give you instructions like that. It'll be completely filled. So you'll have a silhouette drawing of whatever item you choose. It should be big, fill the page. Think of your paper as your plexiglass as if you're filling it and framing it in. So composition counts. So I don't want to see tiny little items. I don't want to see things cut off because if you framed it right, you should know where it goes. Okay, and then on there, I want you to write the month you were born so I know that you actually watched this video. If you noticed, I've been taking points off if you don't watch the video because the whole exercise and how you're thinking about it and how you're doing it is very important. Okay, good. Doing a great job. It's going well. These are due on Tuesday. Okay, bye.